2K. And say Chicago. Muggsy Bogues, Vince Carter, Carter. Let's see that. I'm just trying to get comfortable here. Not here. What it is. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh man. Messed up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. Chicago to start out, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Ewing, and it's Johnson in at the 4 slot.
And as much as he's done to increase the range on his jump shot, this is where Jordan's bread is buttered, that mid-range game.
Ward, rebound, Grant.
I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here is Armstrong, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Here's Ward. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Cartwright using his tremendous length to grab the board. The drive by Jordan, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And no one has better natural scoring tools. But another thing that really sets MJ apart, the acute instincts he brings to the table.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Sprewell. Pulls it from 20, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Here's Armstrong, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
On the wing, it's a hand on it. The rebound by Cartwright.
Yeah, they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Grant, that's good.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Here's Ward. Here's Sprewell. No good with the triple. Right side, Jordan. Pass to Armstrong. Tries again, and it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Ward. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I did talk to New York's head coach. We talked about their defensive strategy facing such an explosive offense. He said, we've done our advanced scouting. We know where they like to get their shots and where they're most effective. The challenge is taking that information and using it out on the court. It's a great test for our players, and I'm eager to see how they respond. Kevin, I'm eager as well. Back to you.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
You know what, Greg? You're right. So many of their games are decided in the first half because their offense starts clicking. They build up a big lead and just run away and hide.
Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 5 now. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. Grant against Johnson. From 11 feet away. Hit it. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Over to the wing. Here's Houston. And there's another one for the Knicks. Here's Pippen. Here's Jordan. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
And Bert, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Williams, and it's Wingate in at the two-guard spot. Shots good by Williams.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Here's Ward. Some solid defense from Grant.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
On the line, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor. But that does take a lot of discipline.
Kings check in for Horace Grant. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. No good from Wingate.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Here's Williams. Williams, the big man, gets it to go.
Well, the offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
The Bulls leading by 15. Here's Paxson, and the 3-ball is good.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Here's Ward. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Houston's shot's good.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Ward. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
pass to Wingate. He kicks it to Dudley. King with the block. Right side, Pippen. Back to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the way. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. Passes it to Ward. Hits the three-point bomb.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. Their three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Jordan kicks to Pippen. Over Houston. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Pippen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Ward. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
7 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Poked away. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
They've got Pippen. Grant is out there with Kurt Wright. There's B.J. Armstrong, and it's Jordan in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Knicks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. The Bulls leading by 20. Pippen, the pass to Armstrong. Over Ward. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Armstrong's got 6.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Johnson left side. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Grant. The 3, Pippen, and the Bulls another 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pippen's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. The pass to Houston. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 15 points in the game.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone locking some range.
And Jordan gets it to go.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Now the Knicks with it. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Houston. Clock at 6. For the three. Here's Johnson, and he makes good on the way up.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Chicago leading by 23. Grant outside. Outside Pippen. Armstrong kicks to Pippen. Baseline try. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Armstrong's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Houston, the pass to Ward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Purdue is checked in for Chicago. And then for New York. Dudley's checked in, and it's Williams in for Johnson. There's a minute 34 left here in the third quarter. Here's Jordan through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Ward. He's got 5. Here's Sprewell. Rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, Jordan and the Bulls, another 3.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And they pick up 2.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
And he drops him the way up off the glass. Jordan's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Pippen, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Pippen's got 9.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Jordan against Wingate. To the middle. Ward. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 7 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Wingate. Smith is out there with Williams. Then there's Brown, and it's Dudley in at the 5 down low.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And so here is New York. Here's Wingate, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Fades and shoots. The fadeaway jumper nailed by Michael Jordan.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Kicks to Smith. There's the dish to Dub. Yep, that one goes.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the shot goes in. 34 points for Jordan.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Pass to Wingate. Smith on the wing. The three. And Wingate gets it to go.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Paxson passes to King. And the first one drops. And the Bulls making a change here. Williams is checked in. Marcus Camby, he's checked in for New York. Johnson comes in for Williams. Good on both. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Smith outside. Passes it to Wingate. He kicks it to Camby. You can't hit that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Jordan. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Jordan's got 36.
And the beauty of Jordan's pull-up, he can do it running full speed or laterally in either direction.
Here's Camby. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That free throw missing. Cartwright's checked in for King. And he can't hit the second. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Not sure who was supposed to close out on him. Huge defensive breakdown.
And this has been a running theme. Guys out of position, failing to contest. Just look at the scoreboard.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Cartwright gets the bucket.
Well, as much scoring as Jordan does, the only thing he really cares about is that the team wins.
And the Knicks with possession here. And it's Smith, that time on the assist by Johnson.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
To the left wing. Outside Jordan. Now the pass to McCray. Shoots over Brown. That one a little long. And so Brown will bring it up for New York. Smith finds Johnson. Off target at the rim. 1:02 left in the fourth. Here's Jordan. Camby with the block. Smith scanning the floor. Trying to get open as Johnson. Camby good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Williams passes to Jordan. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Jordan's got 38 points.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
Pass to Smith. Kicks to Johnson. To the inside. Can be good.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Michael Jordan on the wing, covered by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McCray passes to Carter. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here is Wingate. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint.